Hey, Rich Osweiler coming to you from the 2016 NAMM show in Anaheim, California. I'm in the Yamaha room with Armando Vega, and we are going to talk about some really cool new instruments you got here at the show. Armando, how's it going?
Great, man. How's it going, everybody?
Cool.
Well, it's a pretty exciting time for us. First time in 10 years that Yamaha has introduced a full line of solid body electric guitars with a brand new silhouette, brand new vibe, and actually a little bit of a tie to our history too as well.
Tell us about it. Yeah, that's
so awesome. The entire series is called RevStar.
Okay.
And the inspiration behind RevStar, believe it or not, came from a motorcycle called a Cafe Racer, really popular in the 60s in UK and in Tokyo and in some parts of the United States. It was just a really cool performance, street racing outlaw kind of a bike, and the whole scene was really cool. And it kind of ties into today. That kind of look and feel is really popular today. That inspiration is what kind of made this guitar really pop, tying it into our history with that foreign familiar Yamaha vibe and motorcycles. I don't know if you saw the display out there, but it all kind of tied together beautifully. So we knew we'd make a great feeling, great sounding instrument, but we wanted to know what can really capture Yamaha and also just be cool. And what's cooler than guitars and motorcycles. So this is the RS 320 CR Cafe Racer. And if you look at this is handcrafted in Japan. You kind of see this is raw copper, like you'd see on a motorcycle, and also the texture of the hardware and the pickups. These are Alnico 7 Yamaha designed. Have this new dry switch, which is awesome. It functions kind of like a coil tap, but it's not in any way, shape, or form. It's a low cut filter, and you can get that kind of single coil sound from a humbucker, but you still have that humbucking sound, which is great, and it works with P90s as well. The entire series has this new dry switch, and just overall set neck design, maple tops. Turn around here, you can see like the belly cut and the contour on the top, so it's just really super comfortable set neck designs. This is all mahogany. See the hardware up here. That design at the very top is called a Hanko design. It's a Japanese kind of it's a stamp. They could design it for any name or anything, so that means RevStar.
Okay, nice.
Very cool.
And it looks like folks have options insofar as pickups, Bigsby.
So this is a handcrafted. As we go through the line, this is the 820, and it's dropping in price point as we go down. Here's a more classic kind of, with a Filtertron style pickups, Bigsby, flame, a nice flame top. This is the RS720 and ash gray, and burnt charcoal is a 620 with very classic rock oriented guitar. Very, this is something that, like for me, this is the one I would reach for. That's the one that I can identify with. There's something, a different character in the whole line. This one really did capture the motorcycle vibe. This is called the RS502T. The T comes from that unique Yamaha design tailpiece, dual P90s with that dry cut filter we're talking about. That one really did capture the spirit of just the moto vibe. And this one's getting a lot of great reactions. But as you look through, really interesting colors like this yellow and this blue. And the whole idea was to kind of break away from the normal colors, with the brushed, some of the brushed finishes, the steel wool finishes on that, and then also the blue, the yellow, kind of break away from the norm. Even the naming of the colors, we have like Rusty Rat and things like that. Rusty Rat and brushed black and things like that. Things that you would normally, call a Cafe Racer motorcycle of some sort, So in the whole vibe, and if you look at the campaign, it's called Meet Your Other Half. It's something what the whole idea behind that is that everybody has a kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde rebellious side, and especially musicians and especially guitar players. So the whole idea is to capture that vibe and just talk about that other half, that rebellious side of everybody's nature, whether it's sports or motorcycles or guitars, And then, of course, a lot of us refer to our instruments as our significant other and our better half. So that's kind of where that comes from as well.
That's awesome, and so many different varieties. Well, I mean, there's got to be a big range in price here too.
Yeah. It's the very top, the Japanese one, it sells for streets for under $1,800. and the starting point is is around the the $400 range.
Okay.
So it covers every price point and every character, a variety of great finishes, and it's just, I mean, really stoked. The feedback's been great on it, and so far there's something for everybody, so everybody can meet their other half in the whole guitar series.
Right on. So Armando, it looks like you guys brought a pretty killer new amp here to the show, the THR100H. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of people are big fans of the THR line, which was more of a desktop home use amplifier, and we knew that it was going to translate to something like this. This is the stage. This is a THR 100, and then we have a 100 HD, which is a dual channel. They're definitely for the stage. It is a modeling amplifier. It's digital. It's VCM modeling, virtual circuitry modeling, which is our style of modeling. That's something that Yamaha uses on PA, music production, everything. It's scary modeling that models circuits instead of the actual sound. So it's real. I mean, they get into the schematics of these old vintage amps. So this is fully digital, but it has just a great dynamic sound for a digital amp. And so on the front, you got access to 5 different classic amplifiers, including a solid state. So you go from modern to solid state. You also have, of course, a boost, built-in boosts. You have 3 different types: an orange, a red, and a white that you can control with parameters.
Okay.
And then you have 4 different verbs, and the rest is just EQ and really, really easy to function. The whole idea is that this is kind of a new world amp, but it's got old school functionality. It's easy to use. You don't need a huge manual to control it. It's 11 pounds. Now, this is the dual channel. These are 2 totally different amps. It's not a dual channel amp. It's 2 amps in 1 chassis. Okay. You can literally plug 2 different instruments and play them at the same time through the same chassis and get total discretion between separation. Total separation. This is a cabinet. You can run 2 different amps into 2 different speakers and get a blend. So you can run your channel 1, channel 2, or blend both of them together. So you got 3 different sounds there.
Okay.
On the modeling side, this is where it really gets. You can model tube types. You got 6v6, EL84s, KT88s. I mean, all the classic stuff. You got Class A, Class AB. So now you're blending 5 different amps with 5 different type of tubes sounds. And then you also can have it function like a 25 watt, 50 watt, or 100 watt amp. It's not cutting the power, it's actually functioning like a 25 watt, the response. And then of course, here's where it really gets scary, the line outs. The speaker simulation is unbelievable. I mean, we love the cabinets and everything, but you can run it right into a PA and it sounds scary good. And at an affordable price. A lot of artists this is under $800 on the streets. Okay. And super light, great for fly out gigs. A lot of our artists are recording directly with it and getting great results.
Foot switch included, or is that an add-on?
The foot switch is included. The cabinets, separate. Right. So you get a foot switch. You get the software, the editing software, and then of course the head. Yeah. And then you got the single channel for those guys that just love running pedals. Okay. And you don't need the dual channel functionality, and it's a great choice for those guys that have an assortment of pedals. These amps were designed for pedal enthusiasts as well. They're voiced so that they just adapt really well to pedals, because pedals are fun and they're hot and people love them. So that was the whole idea behind this.
So Armando, let's put the 2 together and see what kind of sounds we can make.
Let's do this.
All right. Armando, thanks again for your time, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Rich Osweiler, PremierGuitar.com. Plenty more coming your way. Thanks.